Good evening, everybody. My name is Gary, and you probably already know that. And you're not gonna click on this video unless you already know what you're getting into. I'm gonna go post our link onto the website. The website is jollyrogerukulele.com, and we are getting ready to play our Monday night edition for members only Christmas music. It's all stuff that's still that is not public domain music, and so let me get that posted here, and then I'll give you a rundown on some of the songs we're going to be working on tonight. Never am 100% sure which ones we'll get to. Depends on how fast we work and how many, how it works. It just depends. Let's see. These hardware McDonald's. Okay, not as funny as. Let's tweet this. Our zip code is HTTPS. TPS // Jolly Roger Ukulele.com. Once I hit that, then it's not going to show my photo. What? Okay, whatever. Tweet. All right, so we tweeted. You click on that. Does it go to where it's supposed to? Sure enough. Okay, and if I click on the one on our web page, theoretically, it should now go to me. Click, and sure enough, all right, we are ready to rock. People are wandering in already. I am busy clicking away, trying to get everything set up. Teaching. Not sustainable. All right, so let's see. Hopefully the sound is good. We've been having a little bit of trouble with the sound today in some of the previous classes. So hopefully tonight we will get through from top to bottom. Everybody's using the internet these days, and so I think it just gets full. That's my theory. I don't know anything about what I'm talking about. Good evening, Lanny. He's in from Greeley, and been taking a ton of music lately. Michael is in. Good to see you, Michael. He's in early tonight. Manette has made it in. Manette has been lives up the hill. Lindy lives cross town over here. Centennial used to be part of Littleton. Then they wanted to be fancier, so they made up their own name and carved out a section. So Lindy's in the fancy section of Littleton. Laurel is here. She's in from Littleton. It's the less fancy section. And that's highly subjective, right, guys? The buffering went away. Okay, sometimes we buffer a little bit, right? It's just me on the internet here, and so I don't know what. Sometimes the sound just gets wonky. We don't know why. Vic is in. She's in from Eugene, Oregon. Beautiful downtown Eugene, Oregon. I know. I just saw your email. It says, "Hey, can we do you hear what I hear?" And I just finished posting it, and I thought, yeah, sure. Diane is in. I should say, Vic. Yeah, I wrote that out just for you. And see, then you get credit. I was going to do it anyway. It's a beautiful song. Diane, welcome in. Diane's gone to the dark side. She's a baritone player now. LG in from British Columbia. I know. Well, we hope we're ready for it. We're going to play whether we're ready for it or not. Let's see. Evelyn, good to see you again. Evelyn has been taking way too many of my classes, poor thing. She's becoming a very wise and philosophical person theoretically because of that, or a maniac, one of the two. I'm not sure when with my teaching what I create, but I think mostly maniacs. Vicky's in from Bozeman, Montana. She won't be in consistently tonight because she probably has to go out and shovel snow and run off the moose. What's the plural of moose? Moose? Yeah, moose's plural is moose. Marie is in. She's a local here. Barbara's also a local. Good evening, ladies. Annie's a local. Okay. Jacqueline's a local. All the locals are showing up all together at the same time. Linda's in from Littleton. After COVID, we are going to have some parties. We're going to have a lot of parties. It's coming up, guys. Getting closer. Lanny says, I am back. Lanny, I think maybe it's on your end because I think so far we're looking pretty solid on this end. Never know with the internet, right? Red, in from she's a local. Carol's sort of a local. Up from Nathrop, that's west side of Colorado. Not really local. Marianne is in. Beautiful, good to see. Mary's in from Michigan. Lindy is here. Meese, plural of moose is Meese, and Deb, another local. Yeah, we need to get. We'll get some parties going. We get some virus. We'll get some vaccine and some people, and get just the general state of panic down just a little bit, and then we'll have some sort of get together. Hopefully, those people that are around the rest of the country and around the world are going to start inviting me to their parties, right? Gary, we're going to have a ukulele get together on in Vancouver, British Columbia. Why don't you come on up? And I'll be like, all right, I'm there. Okay, guys, let's take a look at the songs that we need to download for the day. Make sure that we're all on at least getting your books together, right? And I think a lot of times that's part of the battle with being in an orchestra is keeping your paperwork in good shape, getting it as as well as you can. Aspen Glow is a Bob Denver, not Bob Denver, John Denver song. I haven't had a chance to get it written out yet. Ave Maria, I do have written out. I haven't posted it yet. I did post Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire last week or the week before, I think. Tonight I did post Christmas in Killarney. That's an Irish tune. Or I don't know if it was actually written in Ireland or not, but it has an Irish theme to it, and so let's make sure that you got that in your book. Christmas in Killarney. I get the conductor. You guys will either grab the baritone or the ukulele version, depending on which way you want to play. Last week we did Christmas Time is Here. And Christmas Island was one of the early pieces we started on. Colorado Christmas is still on its way. I did post Do You Hear What I Hear, which is absolutely beautiful. I hope that we can pull it off. Do You Hear What I Hear, Conductor. And then I also posted one other thing. What was it? Was it Frosty? Let's see. Oh yeah, Frosty got posted as well. Frosty may be the one. If you downloaded earlier, you might have missed Frosty because I posted him just a little bit ago. In my head, this stuff always goes way faster than I think it's going, than it really is going to. Melikalikimaka is done. I will get that posted. And Moonglow I haven't started on, but I will get it done. You also already have in your books Silver Bells, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and White Christmas. So that should give you a basic rundown of the stuff that you should have in your book and what's still coming. And the other thing I did want to tell you, those of you guys that are Monday night people only, please make sure to go past the website, the front page of the website, and download all of the stuff that's on there. I think we're up to 22 or something, 21 songs on the front page. Those are the public domain ones for the most part. I think Feliz Navidad ended up over there. But for the most part, I'm going to keep public domain stuff out there and not public domain stuff back here. So that's going on as well. So you should have, what do we got, a dozen songs tonight or so, and another 20 on the front page. So that's about 30-ish songs. And that take anybody that will listen to you for 30 songs. There's nobody going to listen to you for 30 songs, but you can have those and be working on them. And turning yourself into the greatest Christmas ukulele musician of all time. I think probably easiest is I'm just going to go down the list. I'd like to start with Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. So let's go grab that and see how we're sounding. That's a good warm-up one. As you guys know, the more modern songs are more difficult to play and most of the time worth the effort. There are some songs that are just hard to play and they're not really worth the effort. But I guess not always, right? Okay, so I'm pulling up Chestnuts on a Roasting on an Open Fire. And let's see how we come with that one. Dun, 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 download ukulele. Dun, 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 dun. I've got way too many songs. My whole entire little gadget here is all slowed down these days. Is like, how many songs do you really need to have? And I think on the website I checked earlier. So far, since March, we have posted 211 songs. that's a little that's a little mental, right? Bonnie, welcome in. She's oh, you're up in Nathrop. Okay. Usually Bonnie's usually hiding out in New Mexico. Kat's in from Texas or Arkansas or Louisiana, one of those. Oh, Caitlin is in. Delightful to have you, Caitlin. She has a different last name than she used to have. Carol flows downhill. Patty's in, and Antonio. Rock on. Antonio just took my class here in Lakewood, so I'm glad he's here. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. How have we been doing this? So you're picking your poison. If you're playing baritone, you're going to either pick melody or chords. And if you are picking, let's see if my little foot pedal, did I turn it off? Why isn't it working? Oh, I turned it off. I was trying to save batteries. Okay, it's working now. I think should be working. And so if you're playing baritone, you're picking either chords or melody. And if you are picking ukulele, you're picking chords or melody, or you do have the option of playing tough uke. And so what I want to do, there's no repeat in this. We just play top to bottom. And I think as I'm looking through it, I'm going, what should I play? What should I play? I think that's often best if I play tough uke. That will slow me down a little bit and give you an opportunity, no matter which way you're playing, to harmonize with me and hopefully get your timing about the same as me. And if you end up a little early or a little late, nobody's going to know, right? It's our little secret. I will try as best I can to keep the pacing steady. But as you know, we're playing a duet. And since I can't hear you, your job is just to play along with me. So if you get going a little fast or a little slow, you got to catch up and be playing with me. And if we were sitting in a room together as duet players, we would be sitting where we could keep an eye on each other, check each other's hands, check each other's eyeballs, and make sure that we're agreeing on how this is all going to go. But since we don't have that, I'm essentially the conductor, and you do whatever I'm doing and hope for the best. Okay. So let's see how it goes. This is a really fun song, I think, overall. I don't remember it being particularly challenging. And let's see how we do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something. so I'm all over the place. I know that. Let's go back and figure out what I did wrong there. And that daggone G sharp minor 7. So I'm going to be pulling at 3, 2, 4. 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Oh. All right, so I got to get that. I can get that one. It's a mean little chord, eh? Hey, Kari. All right, let's do it one more time. Again, pick your poison, however you want to play it, perfectly fine. If you're baritone, obviously, you only have a choice of melody or chords. Get baritone players, you know, the reason I don't necessarily worry about giving you a tough uke version, a solo version in this is because we're matching the key that's most convenient for ukulele, and you're serving as either a backup role or a way to fill in the extra chord or create more depth to the sound. But these keys are never ideal for baritone. Not never, but rarely do these the keys that work on ukulele work equally well on baritone. So for lots of these when we're playing an ensemble, just know you are playing in a bad key. and on the front page, I've been building our baritone repertoire. I still have a long way to go on that, but I am going to get you guys where you are equal to, if not better than, ukulele players. Okay, just give me a little while. We'll get you there too. From the top, 1, 2, ready, play. Look up and then go. Okay, a little closer. Okay, a little closer. Still a little bit to go. Thanks, Kari, for pointing out the fermata in measure 30. When you see a fermata, especially, 1 or 2 measures from the end, that's meant to be this moment where you stop, look up the eye and say, hey, guess what? We're about to be finished. Get your applause ready to go. All right, let's do one more time through and see how we do. And whatever way you're choosing to play, melody, chords, tough uke, whatever, hopefully it's going okay for you. And hopefully there's also a little bit of a challenge in there, right? Every time I'm hitting that daggone, right? I'm kind of blowing it every time. I'm going to get it. I feel like I'm going to get it this time. That might be a plucker rather than a strummer. From the top, one last time. This is it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause and then go. Make sure you hold on to your last chord, let it ring out for just a second, if you're playing chords, obviously. And there we go. That's starting to sound like a real tune, right? A couple of things in there that are worth working on. A little bit hard in some spots, kind of playable through most of it. Hopefully, that's a fun tune for you. That will be one that if you're at home and you're working on, and you're like, "Yeah, I want to play something for the family," right? This is a fun one. And of course, if you're a singer, think about chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your door, Yuletide carol being sung by a... And you're like, what? Choir. Hold that out. But it could be fun to mess around with that one. Probably if I'm playing this and I'm just singing and strumming and being goofy, I'm probably not even playing a chord there, right? Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, or sung by a choir. Let it ride out. And folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows, right? So when I am playing and I see a really messy chord and I'm like, I don't think I have the energy to figure that one out in the moment, just don't play anything and sing real loud and it's fine. Thankful for the harmonica, because then I can almost get that G sharp minor 7th on. Yeah, phew. And again, guys, remember, these things are not necessarily set up for to be played tough uke together, right? Obviously, those of you guys that are working on, hey, I want to get my solo skills up to that high level where I can just play anything anytime I want. Yeah, you're working on it, but it's perfectly a rational choice to say, I'm not sure this song is who I am. It's not part of who my soul is. It's not in my DNA. I'm going to play the melody, right? Or play the chords. That's that type of thing. Just and make sure orchestra music is hard. It's meant to be that way, and it's meant to be worked as a community and all this stuff. Lots of stuff that's very challenging about it. And I would say give yourself the permission to play the easy part. Okay. In our orchestra, we have not necessarily graded pieces, but some pieces are a little easier than others. And every time we have a piece where we've got some hard parts and some easy parts, I notice a lot of people kind of gravitating. They'll pull them up and look at them, and they'll gravitate toward the easy part. And that's musician preservation, right? That's making sure you are not going to end up in a mess. We're going to now do Christmas in Killarney. And so let's go grab that one, Christmas in Killarney. A lot of you don't know this tune, and those of you in Denver are sick of this tune. But this is one of my favorite songs ever, and I don't know why. And so let me walk you through it just a little bit. It's meant to be, the top is meant to be played 3 full times through. There's a ton of just goofy lyrics that go with it. But let me give you a basic idea. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice to know to kiss your beau while cuddling under mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. So that's that's kind of the main idea of the song. Really fun. Then there's 3 internal verses here, and at the end of each verse, you go back to the beginning and sing that part. So you're really singing the chorus first, and then the verse, and then another chorus, and then a verse, and then another chorus, and then a verse. We'll never play all of those here. And then once you get to the end of the 3rd verse, then you go on. I'll just give you the first verse because I don't know if I necessarily remember all of the verses, but the first verse, starting at measure 9, the door is always open, the neighbors pay a call, and Father John, before he's gone, will bless this house and all. Our hearts are light, our spirits bright, we'll celebrate all of our joys tonight. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. And then go back 3 times, right? And then the last time through when you come in, it's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. And then on to 17. How grand it feels to click your heels and join in the fun of the jigs and rills. And then notice R-I-T. I mean, I'm serious about that. I'm handing you no blarney. And there's a fermata there. Let that ride out completely. No matter where you roam. Again, a big fermata. Let it be long. It's Christmas in Killarney. 3 fermatas at the end. How cool is that? With all of the folks at home. And that's how it wraps up. And I just adore this song. I don't know. I guess because it's Irish, I must be Irish on the inside. So we'll play through it. Yeah, let's just go through and talk about different pieces and parts of it. And then we'll play it through one time just to make sure we know how it goes. Several musical thoughts here that are important. One, let's go through by chords and just talk about it real quick. You got your F chords, and of course, baritones, you've got different shapes in this. The holly green, the ivy green, and then notice you've got triplets here, and so make sure you know what a triplet is. These are 8th note triplets, so how you would count them if you're a counter is 1 monkey, 2 monkey, dun, dun, dun. So they're fast, da 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 dun dun dun. So you're fitting 3 notes into the space of what would normally just be 2 notes. So we would normally put in 2 8th notes there, but instead we're squishing in 3. So they're not quite as fast as the 16th note, but they're pretty fast. And remember with triplets, it's not the 3 triplets that matter. It's the 3 triplets plus the note after that. So you don't want to play the prettiest picture you've ever seen. You don't want to have any sort of a rest there. You want to get right on into the next note. The prettiest picture you've ever seen, right? And that's a dotted 8th note. So that's kind of long. Ever seen. And so all throughout this piece, you're going to have triplets. Da 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 da. That's how they feel when you're playing a triplet. Just boom, 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 really getting after it. And so they're fun to do, and they make you sound very sophisticated and very, very like you've been around a while. Like, yeah, we play triplets, so I know what that is. They're pretty hard when you first run into them, but then after a while, you're like, oh, I like those, and they're kind of fun to play. Barbara says the last one was a great arrangement. You're singing on Christmas. Oh, thank you. I am just such a great singer. I don't know if you know this or not. All right. So let's run through it. Let's go ahead and just sing it through one time. Get to know the chords. Guys, some B flats in here. Okay. Ukulele players are like, oh no, B flat. And baritone players are like, every chord we have is a B flat. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's just run through the chords. I will do as good of a job singing as I can. 1, 2, 3. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice to know to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. It's Santa Claus, you know, of course. It's one of the boys from home. Whoops. I missed my chord, right? And all of a sudden you're like, what? That didn't sound right. All of the boys from home. Okay, and then keep going. The door is always open, the neighbors pay a call, and Father John, before he's gone, will bless this house and all. Our hearts are light, our spirits bright, we'll celebrate all of our joys tonight. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. Okay, and then you would go back 3 times. Last time through, give me your F chord into 17. How grand it feels to click your heels and join in the fun of the jigs and reels. I'm handing you no blarney, no matter where you roam. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the boys from home. Okay, all of the boys from home. Don't do that. Here's the thing. When I'm teaching intro class, I say, all right, every song in ukulele ends with this. Okay. Yes, but don't do it anymore, right? Seriously. When you go to your community sing-along, heck yeah, do that. But don't do it here. All right. Let's run through the melody. Let's all play melody, all of us. And so the entire world is now going to erupt in ukulele melody all over the globe. I'm excited to report we've had people in from, well, we got Buenos Aires, Ecuador, Argentina. Is that Buenos Aires? That's the same thing. Austria today. We had somebody in from England the other day, somebody from Australia. So several people from Australia. Got a Hawaiian. And so the fun thing is, goes everywhere, right? And we all have the same exact sheet music. The lyrics are a mess for if you're not from this country, but other than that, it all works, right? So it doesn't matter. So share this with your friends. Melody, please. 1, 2, 3. Measure 5. Whoops, sorry. Okay, and then we go on. That slips onto another page for me, so give me a second to get set up for the next page. I know it's a multiple page thing. I think most of you guys are on 2 pages, right? I hope. All right, from going to major 9. Ready, play. That was terrible. I'm playing too fast. That's why I'm messing up. Okay, and then let's go into the ending, go from into 17. I'll do the pickup note. Ready, play. Let it ring, go. Let it ring, and then go. Really let it go as the high note, and then finish up. Okay, how fun is that, right? I was playing too fast in the beginning, so I'm making a ton of errors. I slow it down just a tiny bit and cleans it up. And you should take that as information for your own playing. If you're blowing it, right, like I often do, you're just playing it too fast. If the whole thing's a mess, you're just playing too fast. Slow down. You guys know how to play. Find a pace that's comfortable for you, and then you're going to play through this 50 times, right? 100 times. I don't know how many times I played daggone, the easy Beethoven sonatas on piano. I don't know. They're easy, right? I don't know how much. I think it's Opus 110, if I remember right. There's 2 of them, and I bet I must have played that sonata 1,000 times, right? And I never did quite get it. And I do think with ukulele, as we tend, and I feed you, right? I'm throwing you songs and songs and songs and songs, and to take a moment to slow down, get really good at one of them would be a great idea. Would be a pretty good idea. All right, let's see. Linda walked in. Hi, Linda. Jerry made it in from Arvada, and Jennifer says, "I know somebody who's in Hawaii. Does that count?" Heck yeah, it counts. 2.5 pages when you printed it. All right, so there is a page turn. Sorry, Linda. Laurel. Sorry, Laurel. All right, we've gone through the chords, gone through the melody. If you're baritone, you pick whichever one you make 2 choices, right? I'm lazy and bored. I'm lazy. I'm going to play what sounds easy. I'm ambitious. I'm going to play the one that's hard, right? There's both. We need you to be both of those during any particular concert. And then let's play tough uke. Okay. I know that this happens to be way harder to play than I wish it would. And so we're going to slow it down quite a bit. Okay. From the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is really unpleasant. To the end. Okay, so there's your tough, and it is, you want to play that song fast, right? But it doesn't cooperate with the chords in the tough uke, and so let's pretend that's a situation for you. Hey, I want to play a fast song, but I also want to play the tough uke. What should I do? You should take it and turn it into not a fast song, and let me show you how you do that. It's supposed to be the holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture I've ever seen. Tough uke it. new song. Now you have turned it into something different. And that's what we talked about it earlier today. Music's about you. Okay, I can give you a piece of sheet music. There you go. Knock yourself out. But if you're in, the Denver, whatever you call it down here, the Colorado Symphony, right? That's what you do. Here's the sheet music. You play it beautiful. It's really exciting, very beautiful. But if you're a ukulele player, they take you, you get the sheet music, and you're like, yeah, I want to kind of do it like that. I don't know if I'm going to do it exactly like that. And so when you're not going to do exactly what's on the paper, find your inner self. Find what's going to make Laurel's version of Christmas in Killarney. How's Manette going to make that? How is where's somebody that I don't ever call on? Oh, yeah. How's Antonio? Antonio's brand new. What's he going to do? He's going to take this piece of music. He knows how to read it. Yeah, he took my class, right? What is he going to do to turn this into something that's about him and something that's definitely unique to you as a soloist? That's what the Tough Uke is about, is playing a solo thing. And I can imagine when Israel got a hold of Judy Garland Somewhere Over the Rainbow, he didn't think, I'm going to try to make it as close to Judy as I can. I think he thought, I'm going to make it completely different than Judy. And so that's something to be thinking about. Let's go on to Christmas Island. We worked on this last week. Lovely, lovely tune, and I hope that you're having fun with it. Let's go see what we can make of Christmas Island. Baritones, remember, at measure 32 on Christmas Island. The chord shape is wrong. I put a ukulele C chord in there, and you need to put a baritone C chord in there. It'll sound a whole lot better. Let's see. Laurel, melody only for me for the near future. And melody only is, I bet I say it every day at some point. Melody's what matters. Melody is what matters. Yeah, you got to get your rhythm right. Yeah, the harmony, the chords are important, but right. For what we do as instrumental players, there's nothing that's going to ever be more important than melody. Is getting these beautiful melody notes out as clean and as pretty as we can. It's a big deal. Is this from the John Wayne movie, the Irish Christmas one? I don't know, Jennifer. The only place I know this is. I don't think it was Bing Crosby. Maybe one of those guys, one of the old guys from the olden times, sang this. Maybe it was Bing. That's where I know it from. It was just a plain old song on the radio type thing. And so, yeah, I don't know if it was in a movie. I would love to know that, actually. Could you look into that? I'd like to know that. All right, Christmas Island. I'm going to play the Tough Uke, and you're going to play whatever you're going to play. Remember, we have, I'm going to peek through here and see if there's anything really tragic happening. Maybe that's why I like it. There's not too many places to really blow you out on this piece. It's a really gorgeous piece of music, and yet the chord structure and the playability is very high on this. And so we won't go fast. Let's play it as written. Let's just do one time best shot, right? So you're going to go all the way down to measure 47. And then you're going to pop back up to measure 16. And then we're going to play it down to the end, skipping 46 and 47 the last time through. Okay. So let's try to keep it at a reasonable pace. I will. And you figure out whatever way makes you happy. Okay. So from the top, maybe 100 beats per minute, or if around in that neighborhood. 1, 2, 3. Fermata, let it ride, and then go. Whoops. Go. 3. Go back. Go. Second ending. I'm like, second ending. My pages, the conductor page needs a little bit of work on the layout. Sometimes I get in a hurry and I do not myself no favors. Hopefully that's sounding good to you. Let me know how your plow that's playing, speed wise and all of that stuff. I don't think it was too fast. I might have been a little on the fast side. The B7s kept sneaking up on me and being like, yeah, no, that's not at all the chord you meant to play. But yeah, what are you going to do? Let's see what else is going on here. Had a few triplets in there, right? So be mindful of that and measure 37 in a canoe, right? Kind of moves on a little bit fast. Barb says it's a fun song. It is a fun song. It's really beautiful too. If you can get it, right? It's not necessarily, it's not going to just walk in and let you do it. Christmas time is here. I handed that out last week. That's a Charlie Brown thing. We'll probably wait. I'll give you another week on that one. That thing takes a little bit of, that'll demoralize you pretty quick. I do want to move on to Do You Hear What I Hear? I'd like to get through at least the two new ones tonight and make sure that we've had a chance to play those together. And then we'll see what we have time left. So go to Do You Hear What I Hear? This is an absolutely gorgeous song, and I think, to be perfectly honest, I'm pretty sure this is a pretty decent arrangement for the ukulele. So hopefully you will have fun with it. Do you? How do I spell? Do you? Do you hear what I hear? Um, Let me think about with what I remember. On these bar chord minors, you're gonna have an awful lot of times where you're putting a bar chord on, you put your upper four on or whatever, and then you're gonna have to be playing with your pinky. There's no way to get around it on this song, and it comes up over and over and over. It can be a little bit frustrating when you're getting your tough uke together on this. But the chords, I would say we probably wouldn't be a bad idea for us just to go through and talk, just generally speaking. It does get a little repetitive, guys. By the time I was done with the arrangement, I'm like, yeah, whatever, let's move on. It gets very repetitive in pages 1, 2, and 3. And then at the bottom of page 3, which is my version, you guys have, I think, two-page versions for the most part. Around measure 44, everything gets different. Everything, because they're going to change keys on you. Let us bring him silver and gold. Bum, 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 bum. And right, and it's going to completely change the keys. Send the people to blah, blah, blah. And now notice your chords after 44 are completely wonk, right? And they have to be, because you're going from an easier key to a much harder key. You get into E flats. We don't play that many E flats in real life. C minor, you play a lot. G minor, you play a lot. And then you got an A flat and a B flat. And notice that you're going to be doing this A flat and going down to this A flat, B flat, and G. So the chords, unfortunately, are the last page is where all the work is. You have to put in as a chord player to get those right. And so what I'd like to do is squeeze through the melody. I'll play melody. You can play melody or chords, either one, whichever makes you feel good. You don't want me singing this one because I can't. All right. So from the top, I'm going to play melody all the way through, so we get a sense of how the rhythm or how the melody works, and then we'll go back through and talk tough uke a little bit. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. I blew it. I got all excited. I wanted to talk to you about the double melody note there. So go from, let's go to the 33. Play either of those melody notes that make sense to you. 33, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3. Two, three, four. Okay, and then keep. There really shouldn't be a fermata there. You should really just roll right on through into the 6 and then 3. So get the 9, go. 6, and then you're in a whole new area neighborhood at measure 47. Go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it doesn't make a ton of sense when you're playing just the melody. That ending doesn't make a lot of sense, but when you add in the chords, it'll make perfect sense. And what happens there is the thing drops off below the ukulele. So I moved it up an octave, and it actually sounds fine because now you're creating this big, huge drama at the end, and you end up going way high up on the ukulele. Not so much baritones. Baritones are going to support you on the low end, but the ukulele goes up to 11, and I never range beyond 10 if I can help it. So if I have an 11 in there, I was stuck with getting this thing to fit on the ukulele. I do want to talk about the part I messed up here. Measure 33 doesn't make any sense until you think about it. Okay, so 33. Do you know what? So it's supposed to be, do you know what I know? And you're supposed to drop down to 0. But in the song, what happens is they don't overlay two voices. Do you know what? Do you know what I know? So in the middle of that measure, there's feeling like, did I do this wrong? No, you're just doing a stutter. Do you know what? Do you know what I know? And so that way you don't finish the first thought, and you're going to go back and pick up a new thought, and then you finish both thoughts at the same time at 14. And that happens twice. And so the way to make it sound a little bit more normal is to play both the 5 and the 2 at the same time. Okay, so the 5 and the 2 in the middle will send the message, oh, I'm doing this cool thing. It does sound nice when you do it. When you do it right, it's hard to do it right. That's the only problem. All right, let's talk about the chords very quickly, and then we'll go through and we'll just play it. Okay, so you get D chord. Remember 1, 2, 3. Said then go to the top of the music, please. Page measure 1. 1, 2. Said the night wind to the little lamb. Goes for a while, and then B minor, bar on 2, ring up here. Do you know what I see? Do you know what I see? Aren't those nice chords? They sound really good. Way up in the sky, desert lamb. Jump, jump, jump. Do you see what I see? G chord. Bum, bum, bum. A star, a star. And then you get your F sharp minor. I love it when we get to use F sharp minor. I don't know why. Dancing in the night with a tail as big as the sky, with a da-la-dum, da-da-dum, dum, dum. Okay, so that's cool. Those are nice things. So, and then that repeats over and over, and you're like, okay, I could use a new idea here. So it goes, essentially, those same exact chords go over and over for 3 pages. Then let's talk about how going into 46, go down to 45. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, dum. Okay, it's going to go bum, 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 bum. And then you got to go to E flat. You feel that, right? You're going in D chord. Just bumping up that half step. Bum, 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 bum. And then Said said the king to the people everywhere. Ba-da-bum, bum. Listen to what I say. And you got to wait 4 full beats. Pray for peace, people everywhere. 2, 3, 4. Listen to what I say. 1, 2, 3, 4. The C minor child, the child, G minor, sleeping in the night. Let us. He will, and then be ready for your A flat. Bring us B flat, goodness and light. So that A flat is a G chord, but on 3. Okay, G chord on 3. You got to put your ring up here. So it's an F shape on 3. Bring us B flat, goodness and light. He will bring us F minor, goodness and light. Bring us light. And then it goes way up. Bring us light. And I had to drop that an octave because that goes way into the stratosphere. So there you go. Okay. Now, it's a fun song, a little bit all over the place in covering it, but I want you to see what's there. Now, I'm going to play the tough uke super slow. I'm going to make a ton of mistakes. I just finished it just a little while ago. Well, I finished it a while back, but I didn't finish all the details of it, so I haven't had much of a chance to play it. So we'll see what I do. You pick whatever way you want to play it. I'm going to as slow as I think I can. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Seven. Measure 22. Oops, sorry. things get nasty, right? Don't treat that as a rest. I'm treating it as a rest right now to get my head around. 1, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, and then go on to 47. This is really a complicated turnaround, and then go. Sorry. Oh, 6 and 3/8. This is something we don't see often. We see it all the time in guitar and hardly ever in ukulele. The problem is there's no better chord up here. So you're gonna do a 6 with 3/8 on here. If you can't do all the 8s, just do the bottom 2 or the middle 2. Okay. So it's bring us, and then you've got your B flat on 5, but you got your pinky on 8. Silver and then a regular G chord up here. Line, he will, 3s and 6s, bring, and then this is just a mess. Us, bar on 8, ring finger on bar on 8, ring finger on 10, pinky on 11, slide it back to 10, and then go down and grab your 2 3s. Okay, so the ending is going to take a little bit of work. I will work on it this week. I will play through it a little bit more, make sure there's nothing that I can make a little easier for us. But that's definitely the tough one of the week, definitely. And the ending just makes it really almost demoralizingly difficult. Remember, I also posted Frosty the Snowman, and that's a super fun one. That one will be piece of cake to play. This week, I love it if you would spend some time on Silver Bells. We wish you a Merry Christmas and White Christmas. And then I will get posted Moonglow, Mele Kalikimaka, Colorado Christmas, Ave Maria, and Aspen Glow. That should be enough for the season, right? Those are all of that music is heavy duty. And so next week, remind me which songs we played and which ones we just remind me which things we played this week and what things we need to. I would say of everything that I posted so far, Do You Hear What I Hear is by far going to take the most finessing to get it right. I know we can do it. I know it's absolutely a beautiful piece. And if I remember right, we did this actually in concert, but we did it in a large group. And you as a soloist are like, I don't know if I can handle it. But you can't. Melinda says mercy. Yeah, I'm agreeing. Mercy. But all this music is going to be really, really nice. And so I'm not going to keep throwing it at you for the whole season, but I am going to give you some more next week. And then hopefully we'll get where we can just play all the way through one. So there's a dozen or so songs there or so. And by the time we're ready, by the time Christmas rolls around, you're going to be playing all this high level stuff, just like it's no big deal. Pig says, oh, that's hard. She's the one who requested it, right? Yeah. So it is nice to, I always feel like she takes this musician attitude about things, and she's like, hey, you know what? It's nice to play with other people. Nice to get together. It's a ridiculous way we have to get together right now, but we get to get together. And so thank goodness for the internet. And hopefully you guys got enough to keep you busy. On those songs that are too hard, play the melody, right? If that's too hard, noodle around with the chords. Try singing them. Okay. I promise Frosty the Snowman will be a much more pleasant activity for you. So when you get super mad at all of Gary's terrible arrangements, go play Frosty the Snowman. It'll cheer you up. It really will. Pura vida. Pura vida, right? I think that means heck yeah, right? Thanks for being here, Antonio. Deb, it's so good to see you. Vic, Lindy, Mame, It is a good workout. Keeps your fingers moving, right? And so we do hard stuff on Monday nights on purpose. Okay, if you want a little bit easier road to go, come to the daytime stuff where we're doing a little bit easier work. Easier stuff is at 12. A little bit harder stuff's at 1. Right? Yeah, 12 and 1. Stop in during the day. Quit your job, become a full-time ukulele player. Works out great. Evelyn, good to see you. Patricia, I will see you soon. Lanny, you bet. Vic, Vic, thank you. You bet, Jackie. Thanks and good night. Nice job, Jacqueline. Barbara, good to see you. Carrie was here. Anyo. Very good. Nice. Let's see. Kari, thanks and happy to be here. Oh yeah. Tonight's Donna's birthday, so I think I've already done enough. I don't know. Never can tell on birthdays. All right. Minute, you're welcome. Good to see you, Mame. Oh, the Charlie Brown. Yeah, don't forget to play that one. It's absolutely a delight, right? It takes a little while to get it up and running, but then you're like, oh, I can totally do this. So it works. It absolutely works. Go play the Charlie Brown one. Thanks, Mame. Caitlin, good to see you, boss. You too. Come around more often, Caitlin. We miss you. Lindy, it is a good challenge. Not every piece we have is a challenge. Some of them are pretty easy. None of them are easy. Some of them are easier. Okay, we ended on a tough one tonight. Michael, good to see you, bud. Good to see you here. Whatever. Right? Good that we're all still up and kicking. That's what's good. All right, Cat, so fun. Bob's your uncle. Excited to practice those. Yes, Bob's your uncle. My favorite phrase from British Bake Off. Bob's your uncle. piece of cake. Love it. Carrie, another fun time. You bet, Carrie. We'll see all of you guys. Delighted to see all of you. Thanks for coming around. I know this is a crazy way we're doing things, but it's better than not doing it, right? Okay, guys. I'm going to pull the plug. Have a wonderful evening. I will see all of you next week.